Again, if you need help storyboarding motion and squash and stretch, you can look up here and I will show you. So I'm gonna do a ball just because it's easy and it translates really well like in a demo. So I'm gonna have my ball coming. Let's split this up into sections. So I'll have my ball coming. And again, in Photoshop, you can change your pen tool to the brush size up here. So I'm gonna have it coming down. It's like a regular circle right now, but I'm gonna show line of action with like an arrow so that I know that it is falling down that way. And then I'll draw it a little bit more stretched out with that same arrow showing me that it's going down. I'm going to move it a little bit further down, stretched out still with that arrow. Then it is going to be hitting the ground or floor or whatever this is.
Do you have another piece of paper?
Give me a second, Matthew, just to finish this. All right, so say it hits the ground, it's going to flatten out. So it's getting wider that way, and it'll come back up, or actually it'll be wide, and then it'll, with the force of it, like with the force of it kind of coming down, it'll get a little bit wider too, just like if you had one of those like squishy hand things from the quarter machine that you could like fling and hit the window with. So again, that's still using the force of it coming down, so it's going to get a little wider. And then as it comes up, it'll get a little less wide. And so it's starting to kind of come up. And then, and then it will come back up. That is a bad, can't draw circles today. That will start coming up. And then as it comes up, you know, it's going to curve because balls bounce. They kind of bounce at a rate of, you know, something along this line. You know, if you've ever taken physics, you get the idea that with gravity and motion, you know, this is how it'll go. It'll kind of be in like an M motion. So it'll come up, it'll keep going. Again, I'm showing the arrow just so I know I can do, I'll be doing what's called in-betweening. So I'll like animate the in-betweens from this point to this point. And then once it reaches the apex, which is like the top of the like line of motion it's going to create, it's going to go back to a regular circle. So it's up at the top and it's a circle and it's going to start going down. So whenever, so it'll start out as a regular circle in any of the apex parts, which is the top, highest, most point of that bounce. And as it's coming down, again, it'll elongate. As it's moving up and down, it's long. And then when it hits the ground, it squishes out. So it kind of goes like from these shapes. Are there any questions so far? No? Okay. So again, I recorded this, so if you want to rewatch it, you totally can. I'll put it in Google Classroom.